Hey guys, the the alarm bells for recession seem to be going off, and it's kind of like a double whammy because the Fed has kind of signaled that it's not going to be lowering rates anytime soon. But the Fed is never. I don't know why people think that the Fed tells the truth. Like, how do you know Jerome Powell is lying? It's like his lips are moving, right? So let's go into some of the Fed statistics here on historically consumer credit, because consumer credit is. I don't think that there are probably some good metrics of the health of the economy, but consumer credit, if people aren't paying their bills, they don't do that for fun. They do it because they don't have money. So here we have the finance rate on consumer installment loans at commercial banks. New autos, 48-month loan. Anybody getting a 48-month loan is probably somewhat frugal or has money. But if you look at here before each recession, the Fed knows when a recession be coming, right? So it usually tries to pump the brakes. I'm just looking at this data. It just tries to pump the brakes a couple of months before the recession actually hits. And what is this happening here? Oh, interest rates aren't going up anymore. So there's some brake pumping going on. So that's one indicator that we might be heading into a recession, is that interest rates are taking a turn. I don't believe what Jerome Powell says about the Fed not, whatchamacallit, the Fed not lowering interest rates. I think that they just don't want to signal that a recession's coming. They're afraid to do that. That's my my guess. Definitely not based on any sort of data or information or whatever. Here we are, average amount financed for a used car loan. Good Lord. Used car loans, I mean, used car prices have just gone through the roof. This is a bit of an anomaly. I don't know what to make of that. Average finance rate on used cars. $15.88%. What? That's crazy. That's like the highest. Very high. Then we have the delinquencies. The delinquency rate on loans secured by real estate. So basically mortgages, or I don't know what else you would call them. Real estate loans. Here in 2022, we hit an all-time low, but that's totally artificial because didn't we close probate or something like that? We closed the courts. 2020, probably not that time. And this is when the interest rates were super low. So everybody had they could at least get a refi and yada yada yada. This looks great. I think this is because so many people have been locked in at a low rate for so long that they'll do everything that they can to not lose their low rate. That's kind of one of the interesting things about rising interest rates, is that it kind of makes people more responsible. Like lowering interest rates make people less responsible. Rising makes them more. Consumer loans, other consumer loans. We had a real big peak right here of loans. Man, look at that. But it's been coming down. This means things have been paid off, right? Things are getting paid off. What huge swings. That's a good graph. The delinquency rate on credit card loans. We had an all-time low Q3 2021. 1.54. Now that rate's basically doubled, more than 2x from it being worse than pre-pandemic. Interesting. But it's definitely on the rise, but it does look like it's tapering off. It's rising, but at a slower rate. Here in 2008, the delinquency rate was at an all-time high 6.7%. I mean, that's like bad times. That's like economic meltdown. So like, it seems like economic meltdown and like that's too hot is somewhere between 1.5% and 6.7%. And then here we are on delinquency rate on consumer loans. 4.8. God, look at that. It was like nothing. Though we're still in a good spot. You know, we're still... Gosh, look at that. We're still better than some of the best times. Or, yeah. Even though it feels kind of like, woo, we're still in better shape right now than we were at the best times between the dot-com bubble and the financial Great Recession. Very interesting. I don't think we're going to see a huge panic, though. The news is just completely controlled now. So we're probably not going to see a big panic. But anyway, after looking at these graphs, my fears of recession are qualmed a little bit. Because the graphs look good. It's just the sentiment that sucks. But sentiment is all comparison. Okay, sentiment is not an objective view of reality. That's a perspective. It's a perspective. Is your sentiment? It's not what's real. Because you might say the economy's in the toilet, but we only know economy compared to the previous one. So compared to the ripping and roaring 21-22. The economy of today, yeah, it's twice as bad, but it's still better than it was before. So, anyway, that's my story. We are kind of worse than pre-COVID. So I want to kind of tamp that statement I just said about us being better than we were before. Delinquency rates. I mean, Obama really handed Trump a fantastic economy. I'm going to truly, but then again. Fantastic economy. If you control interest rates, say what you want. The interest rates just make these numbers look good. Are they good? I don't know. I don't even know if these metrics are worth anything, to be honest, because what is a good economy? I have no idea. We don't even have a definition of good economy. Good for who? Anyway, thanks for watching.